Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video, and today I have a little tutorial for you guys in Cinema 4D. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to make an awesome banner like this, and then I took a lot of time to make this. It did take a little bit, but I'm not going to go into detail on how you can make the logo, because the logo took me personally a long time to make, longer than the actual banner itself. So you can look up another video. I'll probably have another video, like a separate tutorial for the logo. And then also I'm probably going to have a tutorial in the future on the profile picture. I think I already had one before, or I did a giveaway. A lot of you guys didn't end up doing it though. I was kind of upset about that. But hey, what are you going to do? So I'm going to be teaching you guys how you can customize and make the Cinema 4D characters, and also get a picture in the background with the little sunburst effect. So let's get started. So first you're going to need Cinema 4D. And this is how I animate pretty much all my thumbnails, profile pictures, characters, anything. And it's all done with rigs. And I have a lot of different rigs, as you can see. And I'm going to use Frost Minecraft Rig 4 for the Steve rig. I'll put a link in the description below where you can get that. So once you just drag it into Cinema 4D, and then this window will pop up. You have to click this, double click this, and then boom, you have your little Steve guy in. So he's not that great, just an ordinary Steve. He has fingers and stuff like that, but we can all change that. So down here it's going to say skin file, preset. You can click these little three dots right here, find your skin file if you want in there. I'm just going to put mine in, and then you have that. But since my eyes aren't there, because I have 3D eyes basically on my hat layer, you're going to scroll down a little bit. And also, I don't really want wrists and fingers, because I just don't really like the looks of them. So I'm going to take out wrists and fingers and uncheck all of these. And you can do that just by clicking the eyeball on every single one of these. And if you the hat layer, you just go down here to hat layer plus 1.8 layer toggles. And your skin file has to be 1.8, I forgot to mention that. So you go down here to hat layer, and then you click hat layer right there. And there you have your skin file in Cinema 4D. So now you can go ahead and put them in a cool little stance if you want. I'm just going to make them like kind of ready or something like that, holding a sword. And the Frost Minecraft rig, it actually comes with built-in tools and a couple weapons that you can put in. I'm going to have them dual wielding axes. I'm not actually going to use this as my banner. It's just going to be a little tutorial thing that I'm going to put together. Alright. So he has that. Sorry for my brother yelling in the background. What can you do? Alright. So you have that. And you're probably wondering, how do I make it all HD and so these lines aren't here? So you want to go up here to your render settings, which is basically this little gear and play button. So you want to click that, click the width to 2560. I want to make it as HD as possible, so I make it a big kind of file, and then I'm able to scale it down. So, and then you're going to make the height 1440. So it's like that. Then go over here to the Save tab, change the format to PNG, check alpha channel so it has a transparent background, and if you don't check it, it will have a black background around it. Then multi-class, anti-aliasing, and options, you don't have to change anything in those. Same with stereoscopic, I think that's how you say it. So you want to go down here to effect and click ambient occlusion. So after you click ambient occlusion, you want to click evaluate transparency, so the hat layer is in all black. So you want to be sure you check evaluate transparency. Then click effect again and click a global illumination. If you do not have any light rigs or something like that, like I do, you can go ahead and X out of this. You can X out of that. They do have customized lights that you can put in here just by clicking this button up here. But I don't really like the looks of these. They don't end up in the recording thing, but you should probably put a little bit of money, or you can just look for a free light rig, and yeah. I got this Grayscale Gorilla light rig for $15, but I'm not sure how much it costs now. And let's go ahead and drag that in here. So I have it right here. Just drag it in. They have a bunch of different light things that you can do for it. I usually just do the overhead softbox. So I put about like 4 in there. See if it takes a little bit. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you just position them around the character so it has a cool kind of light effect to it. Let's go ahead and drag this one down here. Do this. put this one right about here. And then also the more things you put into the Cinema 4D kind of build area, the more slow it gets. So the slower it gets, the more stuff you put in, because that's how it is with every computer. So when I have my thing with all my different characters in it, it did take a little bit to put it all in. So let's go ahead and zoom back into the person. There we go. Let's make it have axes. So I'm going to teach you guys a little bit more about FMR4. So you can scroll down, you see it has a bunch of different options. See if you have a different body layer or something like that, you can check the second body layer, right arm layer. And yeah, that's pretty cool. And you can also turn on armor as well. I don't personally really like the armor because it takes away the effect of the skin, but you can also put on armor of your person. So let's go ahead and turn those off. Alright, so you can scroll down a little bit more and you see that it has FMR tools. So this is the right hand, this is the left hand. You can turn on a bow, so he has a bow in his hand. I have a bow rig, so it's a lot bigger than this, but he has all different types of tools. He has a pickaxe that you can do. Just drag this bar to change the type of pickaxe, sword, axe. So I want dual wielding iron axes, basically. So you can scale them up or you can scale them down. So I could have like a little hatchet, or I could have a full-on barbaric axe. I'm just gonna put it like that, and then another iron one at 75. There we go. So now they're both the same size, and there we go, we have our little character. Now to render it, you just click this little thing up here. Alright guys, this is basically the finished product. I rendered it, but it does stop the recording when I did render it, and I have the finished product right here. So basically to save it, you just click File, then you click OK, and then Save As, and then blah 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 wherever you want to save it. So I have the finished product right here. I just named it Stands for Tutorial. So the other product that you're gonna need is Photoshop or Paint.net. I usually use Photoshop because I already have a template for it, and Paint.net is kind of simple but not really as well. So let's go ahead and go to our folders, go to Photoshop. See, I already have a banner template. I got this from Shock Gaming, I think. I'll put a link in the description of where I got it. He's a really cool guy. He makes a bunch of different HD tutorials and stuff like that, and that's how I basically learned how to do all the Cinema 4D stuff, thanks to him. So he's a big inspiration for me. Go subscribe to his channel down below, and same with Frost Minecraft Rig. So to get the banner template into Photoshop, you just drag and drop it into here. And yes, I do all these little paint splatters and stuff like that. That's what I put behind the logo to make it look kind of cool stuff. So let's go ahead and wait till Photoshop opens. Might take a little bit. There we go. Alright. The logo just popped up. Reading preferences. Almost done. Come on, hurry up. And the cool thing about this, here you go. The cool thing about this little thing is that it has this cool little space thing right here. So what that does is that adds a cool little star effect to it with a little blue light in the middle. So it already has the black bar set and everything like that, and you don't even have to scale it down in YouTube at all. It'll automatically scale it down because this right here is the actual banner part. So you can go on the internet or something like that and get a cool little shaders pick. Let's actually do that real quick. Minecraft shaders picture. So you can put anything in the background you want. I just usually put Minecraft shaders pictures because that's my main gaming thing. I do Gmod as well. You can put anything into Photoshop to put in your banner, just as long as it's behind these little black things right here. So let's go ahead and pick a cool picture. This one's pretty cool right here. Yeah, it's 1080. Alright, so let's go ahead and save that onto our desktop. Now let's go back into Photoshop, create a new layer, drag it behind the black bars so you don't see it behind the black bars. Click File, click Place, and you want to go down here till you find it. It's right there, click Place. And then you just basically scale it so it covers the entire area. There you go, you have that in. Alright, so let's go ahead and add a new layer on top of this, and we're going to click File, click Place, scroll down until you find your stance. You can go in a folder or something. That again, I just saved it on my desktop. So I'm going to double click it, and then it'll automatically open. Let's scale this down a little bit. There we go, he's in there. Alright, double click to place it again. Then you want to create a new layer. Let's go ahead and put it behind the stance though. So you want to create a new thing, and then you can just go online and look for Photoshop brushes basically, and one of the brushes would, or you want to try to find a sunburst kind of, what's it called, a sunburst brush. I usually use anything that I can find. I have these square ones right here. Those are pretty nice, but I use those for my profile pictures. See, they do look nice. It's like a hypnotic kind of thing. But let's go ahead and change the color to white before I do anything else. So let's go ahead and get a circle one. Let's go with that one. Yeah, that one's pretty cool. And there you go, sunburst. Alright, so let's go ahead and change the opacity down by just clicking opacity and dragging this down a little bit. I think that's good. So we can always actually bring the space kind of thing up. Let's change the opacity up on this so you get a nice star effect to it. Then let's create a new layer and then drag it underneath the black bar. Let's go ahead and find our logo. So I'm gonna go down into my video making folder, channel parts, and it's not in there. Let's actually try to find it real fast. Video making, I think it's title. Oh, that's my other logo, but I'll just use this. So I have my logo in Cinema 4D. Let's go ahead and scale it down to how we want it. Boom, there we go, right there is perfect. Actually, let's add a cool little rotation to it real fast. And there you go. So let's add a new layer and add that paint blob kind of thing to the back of it. So let's click place, let's go to desktop, folders, then let's scroll down to Photoshop, and you want to find one that already kind of fits your logo. So my logo is kind of long, so I'm going to use Splat 2, which is this cool little long kind of paint blob. So let's rotate it kind of slow, scale it down, and you can always hold Control and scale it so it changes that kind of thing to it. I'm not sure really what's that called, but let's go ahead and move it in, rotate it again, and there we go. Double click to place it, change Spot 2, let's change the opacity down a little bit. There you go. Alright, so now you can also choose to do this. I personally like it, adds cool like a 3D kind of thing to it. But go to your brushes, scroll all the way to the top of your brushes, and click this right here. Then your paintbrush is probably too big like it is for me. So let's go ahead and change the length of it. That's good. So you have this brush right here. Alright, so create a new layer and put it behind the stance. I repeat, behind the stance. So you want to change it to black. Let's go ahead and zoom in a bit. And you basically just brush behind the edges of the thing with the edge of the paintbrush. So it adds a cool, like a shadow effect to it. I personally like this. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but I'm going to do it just to make the tutorial worthwhile, I guess. I don't know. So go around the entire thing. Keep it going. There you go. Just around there. I'm not going to make it look perfect. I'm not going to really take that much time on doing this just because of the sake of the tutorial. I don't want it that long of a video in the first place, so, and there you go. Let's do that little corner real fast, and boom, there you go. You have your little shadow effect in the back of the person. I personally like it, makes it look cool, but you don't have to do it. And that's basically it. That's your finished banner. And to save it, you go up here to File, click Save As. Instead of format as Photoshop, you change it to a PNG or a JPEG, whatever you want. Save it to wherever you want. I'm just going to save it to my desktop. Tutorial banner. And click Save. Click OK. So it already has the render settings basically. So click OK. Wait for it to be basically done. And there you go. Let's go ahead and minimize this. And there we go, we have our finished banner. And assuming that you already know how to put it into YouTube, you just basically go over here, go to your YouTube, change this, and click Edit Channel Art. And you don't have to do anything to it, it'll automatically scale it down to you, and you don't have to do anything else, because that's what the black bars are for. So I just hope you guys like this tutorial. I hope it helps you guys out a lot, because I've been getting a lot of questions from my friends, how I make my channel banner and Cinema 4D help and stuff like that. So that's about it. Like, favorite, you guys enjoy it, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next video.